Welcome back, everyone. I kind of wanted to hit on a few different settings that I would recommend everyone to turn on their iPhone, whether you're on iOS 14, iOS 15, whatever the case is. And the first little setting I would recommend you guys to go ahead and enable is actually turning on voice memos higher quality. So what does that mean? Well, essentially, if you ever use voice memos on your iPhone, whatever version of iOS you're on, you may notice that sometimes your audio qualities may be saved as a different file type, but you basically want your audio quality to be as high of a quality as possible, especially if you're filming your videos on your iPhone. So what you want to do here, and that's specifically through voice memos, what you want to do is you want to open up your iPhone settings like this. You want to scroll down until you see voice memos, which is right here. You want to click on it, and then what you want to do is right here where it says audio quality, you want to go ahead and click on there, and then what you want to do is click lossless quality. So if it's compressed, the audio quality will actually not be as high of a quality as you may expect it to be. So by clicking lossless, this will make the file size a little bit bigger, so keep that in mind, but the quality of the audio will be much better. So that is something I would recommend all of you guys to do, is to turn this on, especially if you're somebody who uses voice memos all the time. Now the next little setting I would go ahead and tell you guys to enable is actually turning off or turning on silence unknown callers. So what does this mean? Well, essentially, if your phone number, if scam calls and everything go through, well, you don't want those scam calls to go through. You don't want your phone to keep blowing up every time it says scam likely or whatever. So what you want to do is you want to make your way over to your settings application like this. You want to scroll down until you see phone. So for us, so you want to click on your little phone icon. Now for me, it's blurred out because I don't have it, but there is the silence unknown callers option. So you want to go ahead and enable that toggle. Now, what does that mean? Well, essentially, anytime you get a phone call that you haven't already been texting or that you haven't already called or whatever, and if the number's not saved in your contacts, it's just going to silence that phone call. So the phone calls aren't even going to go through. Now you are going to get notified whether or not you got that phone call. So if it's a scam, it'll just say scam likely and it'll come on your recent call. But also if a phone number calls you and you already don't have it saved, well, it's just going to show up in recents and you can go ahead and they can leave you a message or they can go ahead and call you back, whatever the case is. But that's another little setting I would recommend you guys to enable too. I enable it every single time whenever those scam callers call me, and I would recommend you guys to go ahead and enable it too. Now finally, this little setting that could be kind of annoying to some people is actually the camera setting. So what is this? Well, essentially every time you go ahead and take a photo, whatever, you may or may not know this, but a lot of your settings and peripherals can change, especially with the live photo settings and all of that. So if you want your settings to be saved every single time you open up your, specific iPhone app, what you want to do is you want to click on settings up here. You want to go ahead and go under your camera app or your camera options under the settings. So you want to go and click here. You want to scroll down until you see camera, which is right here. And then what you want to do is right underneath everything where it says preserve settings, you want to go ahead and click on that. And here is where you can go ahead and kind of, enable or disable what you want to have preserved. So if you want the camera mode to be preserved, if things like you're on the photo or video or whatever it is, you want that to be enabled. If you want your creative controls to be enabled, so aspect ratios, lighting, depth settings, all this other stuff, instead of it automatically being reset, you can have it enabled there. Your exposure adjustment, that's another cool thing you can have enabled. Now your live photo setting as well. This is something I always have enabled because I hate live photos being toggled on every single time. So you can go ahead and enable that. And that is one of the most important things that I have enabled on my camera app for sure. So those are some different settings you can go ahead and enable on your iPhone that I would recommend you guys to do. If you guys have any other questions or anything like that, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.